What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of WWE Content. And now let's talk about Saturday Night Survivor Series War Games in San Diego at Petco Park. Oh my God! So many emotions went through my head from the first match of the women's war games to the last match of the men's war games to a mystery man curb stomping CM Punk, which we all know who that is. But do we really know who that is? With Rhea Ripley debuting Art the Clown mask and the gimmick of the trash bag with the weapons. Io Sky doing a somersault moonsault off of the freaking top of the cage with the iconic trash can. AJ Lee making Becky Lynch tapping out again for the second time in her career, coming back to WWE, to the GOAT himself in his last Survivor Series appearance as the Grand Slam champion, to getting his butt kicked by the Judgment Day, to Liv Morgan coming back after 6 months away from being injured to help out her daddy Dom win back his Intercontinental title in his hometown, where everybody actually cheered for him in his hometown at Petco Park. Oh my gosh. And let's not forget Stephanie Vaquer beats the legendary Nikki Bella, who paved the way for the women's division in the WWE. Oh my god, what a freaking Survivor Series. I gotta say though, the women's War Games was a little bit better than last year's women's War Games. I mean, yeah, of course, you got Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley in the War Games, and then of course she comes out with a baseball bat, she starts swinging. It of course on that day it was Naomi's birthday, and then of course she won on her birthday with her best friend. I mean, all in all, it was a good War Games. But this War Games, all legends, all veterans in the game, one rookie debuting in her first WWE PLE on the main roster, to Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley gimmicking DX the Suck It with all in all, let's face it, the women's war games of this year was way better than last year's, and it was just pretty impressive. Again, with AJ Lee tapping out, making Becky Lynch tap out for the second time in a row since her coming back to WWE, like it couldn't get any better than this. Now, I didn't think the John Cena and Dom Mysterio match was going to happen after the women's war games. I thought it was going to happen like before the main event, which was of course the men's war games. To me, the second match already, Dom versus John Cena, it was madness. And madness, I mean so many emotions went through my mind as I was watching it. I mean, it was like a bittersweet moment for me because I was happy that Dom got his rematch, but I was sad that it was John Cena's like last appearance in the WWE of Survivor Series, his last PLE, especially as a Grand Slam champion. I'm like, basically, my head, there was voices, there was both voices in my head saying yay for Dominic but bummed out for John Cena. Again, it was so many emotions going through my head, like I know what to think. And then during the match, I mean, like John Cena coming out, high fiving the crowd, seeing the crowd in Petco Park. I mean, the rate, like the roof literally blew up as people were screaming and cheering all the wrestlers who were winning or who were losing, whatever the case was. And then during the match, Dom, he was like a rock star in there. I mean, like beating him around the ring, the light cheating, stealing like Uncle Eddie did. I mean, it was incredible. But what got me twice. One, during his hurricanrana, he accidentally, I think he missed a step, and he was folded into like a paper, and my heart stopped for a moment because he's all like he's holding his head, he's holding his shoulder. I'm like, is he freaking injured? Like, is he injured on his homecoming day in San Diego in Survivor Series? He's already injured, facing the GOAT John Cena in his last Survivor Series. Like, it was so crazy that I told my mom, "Mommy, come out! He's injured. He's injured." And my mom, she doesn't like Dom Mysterio. She's told me many times how she doesn't like him. He's a cheater. He's a scumbag. Whatever, whatever. But when she came out and she saw what was happening, like with Him him being seen by the medical team, and Roxanne and Raquel were standing near him trying to check if he was okay. And then he was like, "No, it's my shoulder, it's my shoulder." I'm like, "What? No." Like, my heart was pounding and I started to cry like, no, 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 he cannot be injured. He can't be injured in his hometown. This is where he's supposed to be. He's supposed to face John Cena in his hometown for the Intercontinental title like we were supposed to wait for. Then out of nowhere, Tejano bomb for Raquel Rodriguez, pop rocks from Roxanne Perez, and then out of nowhere, Dom Mysterio comes up from out of nowhere, 619 frog splash. The moment I saw that, I'm like, you have got to be freaking kidding me. Are you serious? He faked the whole thing from him saying his head to his shoulder to the medical team coming out. I'm like, he really got me there. Like he's a sneaker seekerson. And I see where he gets it from. He gets it from like Guerrero. I mean, he was known as the guy to fake an injury to win a match, or he pretended to hit. He pretended to like make sure he someone else got disqualified and he won the match. I mean, he literally copied Eddie's playbook to a T, but with a few minor tweaks in Dom Mysterio's version. Like the whole match was insane. To faking an injury. And then of course they're still fighting. Roxanne and Raquel get kicked out of the arena. And then the referee gets pulverized by accident when John Cena pushes him. And who comes out then JD McDonough and Finn Balor, his Judgment Day brothers, to John Cena doing a double attitude adjustment to those two guys. I'm like, this is what we wanted. The vintage John Cena hustle, loyalty, respect, Doctor of Thugonomics. Like he he did the unthinkable whenever he did stuff like that. And with him carrying two guys at the same time doing the attitude adjustment, I mean, it was incredible. And then as soon as John Cena hits the AA on Dominic Mysterio, who comes out? Then Liv Morgan, like Dom's Juanita. Like, what? Honestly, I really thought that she was gonna come back at Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber to qualify or something, but no, she comes back 6 months later after her shoulder surgery and a few weeks of physical therapy. She came back, and the look on her face when she saw Dominic, I'm like, no, he's in bad time. She's gonna slap him. She's gonna slap him. She's gonna slap him. I freaking called it. Boom! Slaps him right across the face. But then she hugs John Cena, which of course everybody knows that she's a big fan of John Cena. She has a shirt that had everything, big fan of his since I think day one. But then again, the unthinkable. She does what John Cena did at Elimination Chamber last year against Cody Rhodes when he turned heel. Like, oh my god, how the turntables have turned. Where a year later, Liv Morgan does the same thing to John Cena that John Cena did to Cody Rhodes at after Elimination Chamber with The Rock. I mean, what the heck is going on here? The look on her face, and then she kicks him in the cojones. I'm like, oh my god, another fake, like another fake something. I don't know what to call it, but it was again another fake situation where Liv betrays, in quotation marks, betrays Dom Mysterio to help Dom Mysterio win the entire thing. And now Dominic is a two-time Intercontinental champion, and he's back to having two championship belts for both wrestling promotions. Again, that match, whirlwind of emotions going through my head. I was super confused throughout the entire match. I mean, again, from Dom getting injured to Liv coming back, Liv slapping Dominic, and then Liv kicking John Cena in the cojones to make Dom win the whole thing. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Like, honestly, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It was just incredible. As for Stephanie and Nikki Bella's match, I gotta say, not bad. As for Nikki Bella, she didn't get the upper hand, but she did say this is not the last we see her. So who knows? We could see her um enter herself in the Royal Rumble when the Royal Rumble heads to WrestleMania to face Stephanie Foucault. Or of course she wins the Elimination Chamber and goes to WrestleMania to beat Stephanie Foucault for the world title. But like she said, this is not the last time we have seen her in the WWE. Now, the men's war games. I gotta say, I've seen a lot of Survivor Series, so many war games, especially for the men, and this one was just, how do I put it into good words? A waste of my time. Like, you literally put all these guys in the ring, and yet nothing surprising happened. I mean, there was no like big splash off the top off the top of the cage. Only one table was broken throughout the entire match. There was no chains involved. There was no handcuffs involved. Like, where was the pizzazz? Where was the big spark that we saw from last year's War Games with the new bloodline, the OG bloodline, and CM Punk saving Roman Reigns from being tsunamied off the top of the cage for when Bronson Reed came down and he splat himself like a pancake on top of the tables. Like, where was that? All we get is Braun Breaker and Brock Lesnar and Bronson Reed terrorizing CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. On top of that, Drew McIntyre. I mean, what does I say about him? He's just a crybaby for all we know. And then Brock Lesnar literally steps out of the cage, and then he tries to literally like pulverize Roman Reigns outside the cage. And then the entire match, I'm thinking, why are they beating him up way too early? They should be beating him up when everybody's in the cage. I mean, Broderick comes out already, and he tsunamis CM Punk, he tsunamis he tsunamis Cody Rhodes, he tsunamis Jey Uso, he tsunamis Jimmy Uso. I'm like, you do realize that not everybody's in the ring, so you can't pin these guys, right? And then with Brock Lesnar coming out of the cage, I'm like, what the hell was that about? You should have waited till he got in the cage, then you kick his ass. Like, honestly, the men's war games was just like blah. Like, literally, the entire men's war games was blah. And then Braun Breaker getting the pin? Look, I'm sorry. I get he's a Steiner, and I get he has a family legacy, and I get that he's like the future of the business that everyone says he is. But why didn't Brock get the pin? Or why didn't like Bronson Reed get the pin or something? Or Drew McIntyre? Like, you got like I think two or three veterans in this freaking war games. Most of them are legends. Most of them have had a history with certain wrestlers that were in that war games, and you give the pin win to Braun Breaker. What is wrong with you? And then on top of that, the mystery guy. Oh my god, the mystery guy. Look, everybody knows, or I think everybody thinks that they know it was Seth Rollins. Yes, he was there at War Games, and yes, he was there outside the stadium, whatever. But then again, shoulder injury, surgery, out for a few months, so it couldn't have been him. I mean, he's not medically cleared to even be in the ring yet. People were saying it was Austin Theory. People were saying it's Chris Jericho. People were saying it's Edge or something. Basically, it could be anybody who was behind the mask. But we're not going to find out until maybe either tonight on Monday Night Raw, or maybe in the later few weeks before Royal Rumble, or maybe after Royal Rumble during the Elimination Chamber. Basically, we just have to wait. But again, men's war games. Again, it was just a waste of my time. Like, the whole concept, I thought what was going through my head was, okay, you got a bunch of legends in the ring, two guys who are on the same team hate each other, but they have to team up to take on the guy they don't like. And then on top of that, it's like, let's say the mystery guy was Seth Rollins. Why would he help out his team who kicked him out, and they said in their words that he was holding them back? Why would a guy who created this team, same team who kicked him to the curb, and then said on live TV, and maybe he was watching, that he was holding them back to greater things? Why would a guy help out a team who betrayed them, who betrayed him? Think about that. Just let it sink in for a second. Why would Seth Rollins help the team who betrayed him? Like, that doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever. So if I had to give it a score, let's say maybe out of 5, I would say maybe 3 or a 4.5. It would have been a 5, but CM Punk's team didn't win, so it doesn't even matter. All I know is this: Drew McIntyre is going to keep bragging about this until I think Royal Rumble hits. We're never going to hear the end of it from the freaking Vision, so God only knows what they're going to say tonight. And then, on top of that, that was John Cena's last Survivor Series that we've ever seen. And then, since it's December 1st, we have approximately 12 more days left until his last appearance on the WWE as Saturday night's main event, where he will fight his last opponent. Whoever wins the last time is now a tournament. And I still can't believe it. I'm about to get a little choked up right now just like saying this, but John Cena was one of my heroes growing up. I mean, I've said it before in my last few podcasts that he was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. I had the shirt, I had the hat, the armbands. I vaguely remember seeing it was like a Monday Night Raw, and it was John Cena versus Kane. It was in Chicago, and I remember screaming, "Let's go, Cena." And then the guy sitting next to my family were saying Cena sucks. So I'm just looking at them, dead in their faces. They're not even looking at me. They're not even paying attention to me. But I'm looking at them, and I'm like, and I scream at the top of my lungs, "Let's go, Cena." I'll never forget that day because that's when he faced the big dog Kane, and it was just incredible. It was magic. To now, fast forwarding into the future, I get the update that he's retiring, and my heart just sank. And then little by little, I started seeing the last time is now, the tour dates, everything that he was going to be at, everywhere he was going to be at, with all like the European tour, to beating Ric Flair's record at WrestleMania, to being in Chicago, my old hometown, one last time, to being in Boston, winning the Intercontinental title, to becoming a Grand Slam champion before he retires, to now the last time we ever get to see him is on December 13th. And I'm for me, I'm dreading that day. I mean, look, I love Saturday Main Event. I love that they're bringing back the old 80s gimmicks to right now for the WWE. They're bringing back the coolest gimmicks from back in the day to make it popular for what it is today. Like I'm happy about that, but again, it's going to be a bittersweet moment for everybody who's a John Cena fan out there. It will be the end of an era for us to see the GOAT for the very last time inside that ring. Last five knuckle shuffle, last attitude adjustment. Basically, last every move you can think of that he did in that ring will be the last time we ever see him do it ever again in that ring. And I'm just not ready to see that yet. And I know, and look, I've told my mom, I've told my friends, the day that he appears on TV for the last time for the WWE, I will cry. I will legitimately cry my eyes out, and I might need a day to recover or 2 days to recover because it's gonna be a tough Saturday for me. But at the same time, I'm thankful for what I got, for how much time I got to see John Cena perform in that ring. And I'm thankful that I got to see him become a Grand Slam champion before he retires. I'm glad I got to see him at WrestleMania for the last time, beating Ric Flair's record as a 17th time world champion. And I hate to say it, but I'm kind of glad I got to see him as a heel for a little bit before he retired. I mean, he's been a good guy for God knows how long. So we gotta see a little bit of a dark side of John Cena. It was a little bit too soon and a little bit too quick to end, but still funny to see from time to time. Now, I don't think anybody will be able to fill John Cena's shoes. I mean, he did a lot for this company, and I don't think anybody's ever going to be the next John Cena. Just like people say that there's never going to be a guy like The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin or Ric Flair or Eddie Guerrero or Rey Mysterio or what other legend? Bret the Hitman Hart, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan himself. Nobody's ever going to be able to replace their shoes, but at least they'll keep their memory alive, let the legacy live on for many, many, many years to come. And John Cena did that for many years, and now it's time for him to hang up his hat, hang up his shoes, hang up his jean shorts, and for him just to enjoy the rest of his life without being in the ring. It's going to be a sad day for everybody, but we should be thankful for the time that he gave us for the year and be thankful that we got to see him for the very last time of 2025. Well, that's all I have for today. Be sure to watch Monday Night Raw tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Pacific Time. They will be in, I think, Arizona tonight, so it's going to be a crazy, crazy Monday Night Raw for everybody. A little bit of a aftermath of what happened at Survivor Series, which of course will lead up to the Royal Rumble coming up next month. Be sure to get your tickets for Saturday main event in Washington, D.C., where John Cena will perform for the very last time. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay blessed, and I'll talk to you guys soon.